Hi everyone, I'm Daniel Rizza from Trident, coming to you with another video regarding how to better manage your financial close using BlackLine. Today I'll be showcasing how that can be done and achieved using the tool BlackLine, as well as leveraging off my prior working experience as an accountant, as well as overseeing the financial close process. So let's take a further look. To start, when we talk to businesses, we largely see the same ebbs and flows in all of their processes, as well as overlapping pain points from one customer to the next that they're all looking to iron out. When I think of month end, I really like to break down month end into two phases. So the first being the chaos phase. This includes recording all of the month's transactions in your ERP with period end time cutoffs. We're then pulling everything together, so accruing off external statements. We're manipulating data from disparate systems and loading them back into our ERP. Then comes all of the other journal entries, such as your amortization or your depreciation journals, as well as any other ad hoc accruals to true up the numbers. You then move on to reconciling your balance sheets, which ultimately is starting with your higher risk accounts and then going downwards. We then move into what I call the finalization stage of the process. So this is all about reviewing the data, preparing your financial statements, your board packs, your KPI reports and the like, as well as submitting financial statements to the CFO for approval. And lastly comes that close to the month. The chances are all of what I've just mentioned heavily rely on manual manipulation of data, as well as Excel and potentially old technology. So it's really not hard to see how these somewhat simple steps on the surface can go off the rails quite quickly. Having had exposure to managing all of this, I always used to ask myself, how do I get to understand the chaos a bit better, and so, as well as trying to soften the same blow for the team next month end? Or how is it possible if we as managers are not in the detail? How do we know where the exact bottlenecks are? Chances are, if you're like me, your best efforts would be hosting that post-month end review with the team of what worked and what didn't, potentially using a whiteboard. Now let's be honest, the bad usually outweigh the good. We then proceed to pick a painful area for process improvement and maybe find parts of the flow that we can fine tune, such as optimizing a spreadsheet, building out a macro, and the like. But these are merely band-aid fixes. By tweaking and not transforming your month-end processes, you'll receive the same result with minimal upside. You'll always be that reactive finance team rather than that proactive one, especially in today's day and age where we're asked for quicker, actionable insights and to really partner the business with that same FTE count. So I ask, who's had to reopen their books or post late journals due to errors found late on in the piece? Or that saying, let's fix it next month. I know I have. So to start, let's start digging into what challenges we're facing in actually managing the financial close process today. Time constraints. We all know month-end deadlines can be tight, more tighter than ever. And us managers often struggle to complete all the necessary tasks within that given time frame, which ultimately leads to increased pressure and potential time delays. As leaders, we're expecting the team to do more with less these days, and the ask is always a very manual process for even the most basic of things. This can be time consuming as well as prone to error, as well as being really difficult to manage, which results in inefficiencies as well as error. Well, how many times have we questioned the completeness of the data as managers when we're reviewing things at the 11th hour? Or rather encountering issues with data quality, such as incomplete or incorrect info? Or constantly questioning if the numbers are final and include all of our late changes? This can lead to time-consuming investigations and delay the process. Performing reconciliations for various accounts, as we know, can be complex. Challenges in resolving discrepancies, managing data, and ensuring proper documentation are just some of the issues we see at Trident. Furthermore, speaking from experience, reviewing the same type of rec completed by two different accountants in some instances paints a very different picture. So managing this process alone can be complex with a lack of consistency across the team. The month-end close involves heavy coordination as well as collaboration amongst various teams and departments in the business. And post-COVID, this is now more important than ever, as communication gaps or delays in obtaining info or approvals can really hinder that close. And we as finance leaders must ensure compliance with accounting and regulatory requirements, as well as our internal policies. So this involves accurately applying your accounting principles when preparing financial statements, as well as providing necessary documentation to auditors. So meeting these requirements can be challenged on top of everything I've just said, especially when faced, with consistent changes across regulations overlaid with our manual processes. And lastly, what's the output of month end? It's to generate accurate and timely financial reports and analysis, which is essential for decision making, all while meeting our reporting deadlines. However, from experience, and something that I'm sure resonates with everyone listening on, it's encountering those constant difficulties in consolidating data from various sources overlaid with our complex reporting requirements internally, and or managing ad hoc reporting requests on the fly by management with the same disparate information and data. So let me explain how BlackLine can help controllers in achieving a more efficient and accurate close. So to start, BlackLine isn't going to solve every problem you have and actually transform your close from Workday 5 to Workday 1. But with that said, it's a tool that's going to give you immediate visibility as a financial controller or manager. You can keep an eye on things and step in as to fix issues as you come across them. In other words, instead of feeling as you're always reacting and so far from the detail, as I alluded to earlier, to actually make a material impact in helping the team hit their deadlines, you can start to become a bit more proactive and make better financial decisions when it matters, which is essentially during the first few days of month end, rather than just as you close your books. So this means it'll give you a more accurate, real-time snapshot of your company's finances, as well as the team performance during the close process as a whole. So how can BlackLine actually help? So BlackLine actually has the ability in real time to track and monitor tasks and activities during a financial close. So managers and controllers can easily allocate tasks, set due dates, and monitor the status of each task on the fly in real time. With this type of capability, we can quickly identify bottlenecks or delays in the process and take necessary actions to keep the process on track. This visibility allows managers to have a comprehensive understanding of the status of the close and make more informed decisions proactively. Further to this, BlackLine gives you the ability to get reporting and analytics as managers that allow us to monitor the performance of the team. We can generate reports to track task completion rates, identify top performers, and measure overall team productivity. So this helps controllers assess individual and team performance, giving the ability to provide feedback and make data-driven decisions to optimize team efficiencies when it matters most, which is during month end. And to actually go to those post-month end reviews, which I touched on earlier, with tangible information and metrics to talk to. BlackLine also facilitates collaboration and communication amongst team members involved in the financial close process. So managers can easily communicate with the team and provide guidance or feedback directly within the platform itself. This promotes transparency, accountability, and effective coordination amongst the team, ensuring that everyone is aligned and working towards the same goal and hitting our deadlines. This is crucial more than ever now, with remote working being more than relevant in business today. As well as it gives us quicker, actionable insights. So BlackLine helps managers identify and manage exceptions or anomalies in that close process. So the platform provides automated alerts and notifications for any discrepancies or issues as they arise that require attention. Managers can quickly review and resolve exceptions, ensuring accuracy and completeness in the financial close process. It also provides managers with a centralized dashboard and reporting capability. So managers have access now to customized dashboards that display key metrics and performance indicators, as well as critical alerts related to the financial close. They can also leverage off the reporting and analytics functionality to gain insights into the overall health of the close process and identify areas that require attention or improvement. BlackLine also maintains a comprehensive audit trail of all the activities and changes that actually happens during that close processes. So managers can review the audit trail to track changes and understand who's performed specific tasks when, and ensure compliance with internal controls as well as regulatory requirements. So this really helps managers maintain accountability and transparency, as well as integrity through the close process. And lastly, BlackLine provides a centralized reporting repository to store and organize all documents related to the financial close process. Financial controllers can upload and manage important documents such as policies, procedures, templates, and even reference materials. So this ensures that team members have easy access to the necessary documentation, promoting consistency and standardization.